All right, guys, let's take a look at our room database. So all the code is here, right? So go and review it and study it. And I'm going to talk you through it now. So that's our lab. That's kind of a basis, a template for your project in a sense. So, yeah. So there is the code, right, in GitHub. All the code is there, and there's the project zip file. And here's the explanation of how everything works. So, and at the bottom I put a sort of a little story to personify it, because facts tell, stories sell. And when you want to learn things, the great Richard Feynman said, who was a famous computer science teacher, said that if you can make it into a narrative story, different parts of your brain get engaged. And there's the final catalog of your files and where to put them. So, here's what it does. And there's a lot of logcatting here. I'll leave it to you by yourselves. You can go through and study the logcat outputs as everything happens. So you start by making an author. And you see there's some stuff there from before stored in room. And this panel just manages the authors. Then you can transition over to the Manage Books panel. And here you can choose the author that you want to work with. So there's Peanut, and then you can enter books for Peanut. And then if you want to make another author, well, actually, I already put something there for him before. What is ChatGPT doing? So maybe another book he wrote is using Wolfram and Mathematica. And then if you... Now, I'm going to leave it to you as an extension exercise by yourself. You could make another panel that would show all the books. And it would list it out by author, but that's good enough to get us started right now. I think that might be with an E. Not sure. And if you wanted to delete, you could delete as well. So anyway, I'll leave it to you to go and play around with this and logcat your way through it and so on. But that's pretty much what we're doing there. Anyway, go and play around with that and have fun with it, and we'll see you later. Bye. Oh, some other things I mentioned in the notes. In the previous version of Android Studio, we had something here. So there was build clean, that's still there. But they had build make. Build make is no longer there in the new version. So what you can do in that case is just go to the build panel and just hit the hammer, and that's going to start a build going. So if you make changes to your code, you should clean and build. And if you make substantial changes, you should delete the information from the AVD, or just blow it away and make a new AVD. And also don't forget all your usual stuff about invalidate caches if you make substantial changes and so on. All right, so that's about it. See you later.